Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Sunday. I have another Homeworx candle review to share, and today we're gonna run through Cashmere Birch. Obviously it's not lit because I wanted to be able to show you guys the wicks and just kind of look at it from a non-burning perspective for one candle, because I really have noticed a big difference in the wicks in the candles that have been released so far this fall and winter, and I kind of wanted to spend a little bit of time on that, but I wanted to be able to move the candle around for that. So anyway, moral of the story is this isn't, I have burned the candle, but it's not lit right now. So okay, a lot of you were really surprised to hear that I did not pick up the amaretto pumpkin from this collection, and I may still be picking that up, don't get me wrong. However, I wanted to see what the today's special value was going to be all about. I knew that I needed to save some of my remaining quote-unquote candle budget for the year for that set, and I wasn't sure how much I was going to plan on ordering. So I do think that I will definitely have still a little bit of money left in my candle budget to pick up the amaretto pumpkin to be able to check that out. And I'm also trying to be a little bit more reasonable about my purchases these days, only because I am making what I consider a valiant effort to go through some of my candle collection and sort of whittle that stuff down. And in order to do that, I need to not buy quite as many new things, if that makes sense. So, but trust me, my love of Homeworx has not gone anywhere. It's not going to go anywhere. But I'm just trying to be a little bit more reasonable. I did decide to pick up the Cashmere Birch, however, because I had heard some rumblings that there were thoughts that this was a mix of Over the River and Through the Woods, through the woods, not the hood. And that combined with maybe a lighter version of white birch. As most of you guys are aware now, the white birch, as well as unfortunately the Season's Greetings, which is a personal favorite of mine, are going to be discontinued. And so that made this kind of even more interesting to me. This is not normally what I go for. And before I get into the review, I do have to say that I don't love this scent. I really don't. I think there are people out there who are going to enjoy this, but for me, it was not what I expected it to be. I was really hoping that it was a combination of Over the River and Through the Woods and white birch, but I'm not picking that up with my nose. So this candle is a little bit of a disappointment to me. Not enough for me to send it back or anything like that, but enough to where I wouldn't want to purchase more of it myself. So there's that. I feel kind of bad saying that because I normally am really drawn to the blends that Harry puts together, but admittedly I am much more of a gourmand person, and Harry does great gourmand scents, which is why I think I'm so drawn to a lot of his candles, is because his taste for gourmand things is very much in line with my own taste, so I'm just kind of a good fit that way. But yeah, so this is obviously not lit. I really do want to talk about the wicks and the improvements that I have personally seen in the just burn performance of the candles this year. So we'll talk about that, but let's talk about the scent first. So I'm going to go ahead and pull, and this is still available, by the way. I'm going to pull this up on the Homeworx website. And it looks like I'm not the only one that doesn't really care for this. This barely has 2 and like not even a quarter stars. So I feel like I'm glad I'm not the only one. Okay, so the price point for this one is currently $39.96. I'll link it down below. I don't think there's going to be free shipping this weekend, so you'd have to pay the $5.50 shipping and handling as well. All right, and you are getting 2 in the set. So this is a blend of bergamot, birch leaves, pine, and sandalwood. So that's the description. So birch leaves. I thought that was kind of funny because we have a birch tree in our yard. I actually, after seeing that, I was like, I'm gonna go smell a birch leaf. The birch leaf did not have a smell. So yeah, don't think that's a note in there, but I'm just gonna grab this real quick. The sandalwood is really the first thing that I pick up here. Why don't I do this? Let's put this back in frame so that you guys can at least have something to look at there. The sandalwood is very much one of the first things that I pick up, and it is a very subdued sandalwood. Almost a like borderline cologne sandalwood. Like if Craig was wearing this as a cologne, I think I might actually like this on him because it's very soft, but it's also oddly powdery. One of the things that I shared with a couple of friends when I first got this in the mail was, and this was before I burned it, smelling it on cold, I was like, oh my God, it smells like baby powder. What on earth happened here? It does not smell like baby powder once it's lit, but there is a powderiness to that sandalwood note that is very strange, and not what I expected. I do think that there is a pine / bergamot note that is very much detectable in this. And to me, it's just a strange combination to put with sandalwood, to be totally honest. I feel like it is the different notes that are just not blending right or just not appealing to my nose. Like, I think that's what this boils down to, is like, this is just not appealing to my own nose. This is not something that I would want to burn in a main area of my house. I feel like this is something... I'm going to move this up to my bedroom. I think it's going to be a nice scent for my bedroom, to be perfectly honest, because I'm not going to return it. Yeah, it is more of like a bedroom type of scent. There is a weird cologne note to this. There is a powderiness to this. There is that like outdoor bergamot pine type vibe to it. But I don't really get the white birch. The white birch definitely has a very distinct, like outdoorsy tree type scent, like holiday tree type scent, but obviously very fresh. But yeah, you guys, I can't get behind this one. Yeah, no, I don't like it. Again, I don't hate it. I will say that I don't hate it. I don't dislike it enough to send it back, but it is not something that I would purchase backups of at all. And if you were at all intrigued by it, I don't even know that I would like wholeheartedly recommend it, because here's the other thing, and this is probably works in my favor a little bit. The strength and the throw on this one is not crazy strong. Both are right around a 5. So not a lot of oomph to it and not a lot of like throw capabilities here. So I think that is what's going to make this a nice bedroom scent. And I think the packaging of it is very lovely for a bedroom setting as well. It obviously has that faux bois, like wood motif on it in gold. It's very pretty. The presentation of it is very nice, and the lid is kind of this like rosy gold. Very pretty. But yeah, it's the scent that I don't like. I think what I may do is, I feel like my sister-in-law Heather would actually really like this scent. She likes more masculine scents in terms of home fragrance. I think I'm going to go ahead and gift this to her for Christmas. So I'll pass this along to her, and I think she might actually really enjoy it. She is someone who enjoys, she likes mahogany teakwood. She's one of those people. So yeah, I think for her, if she, you know, since she likes those cologne-y types of scents, she might really like the second one. So I will pass that along to her. But let's talk about more important things here. And that is that I wanted to share with you guys the improvement that I have noticed in the fall and the winter candles that I've tried so far this year in terms of the wicks. The wicks are doing great for the most part. I did have a couple of candles where in one of them, the wick just fell over. But that candle was damaged in transit to me from Ulta. And then there was another one where when there was a full wax pool at the bottom, I noticed that one of the wicks was really starting to lean, and I tried to like stand it back up and it like fell into the wax right away. So it probably wasn't super secure to the wick clip on the bottom. But overall, I've noticed a big improvement in the wicks, which in turn I think has helped to create a much hotter burn for a lot of the scents as well, which has created a really nice strength and throw from pretty much everything that I've tried. I do wish Garland Berry was just a little bit stronger, but it's very, very good for what it is. I'm gonna just show you guys so this is what it looks like. By the way, I burned this 3 times because it's a 4-wick, it pulls out very easily. This wax that you see on the sides is not because of anything with the candle. It's because when I extinguish my candles, I swirl the wax around to put them out, which is why there's a little wax on the front here, because I had a, what do we call that, a waxident in the wax community. Anyway, and the blue on my fingers is because I dyed my hair blue, sorry. You can see that there are some nice mushroom tops that form. I just clip the very tops of those off and then light it back up. And it does really well when I do that. All of the scents that I've had so far this year do really well when I just clip that very top bit off. The candles are burning, I think, a lot hotter. Not to a detriment, like not too hot, but definitely hotter than before. The wicks stay longer, which helps with obviously that heat. And it just overall, it's doing really, I just noticed how angry that squirrel looks in the corner. I'm kind of giggling. I feel not that angry. It's just like glaring at me. Oh, sorry, buddy, if you like the candle. But yeah, overall, the wicks, I think, are a big improvement. I should be getting my TSV candles here in the next couple days. I ordered them on Halloween, so hopefully they will ship quickly and get to me. But I've heard that the wicks on those are doing really well. Also, Kevin over at N&L shared that his are doing fantastic in terms of the wicks. So everyone, I think, has, at least that I've chatted with, has agreed that there have been some improvements made in the wick situation for sure. So I'm glad that Harry is figuring that part out. So yeah. Anyway, those are my thoughts on Cashmere Birch. Obviously, not my personal favorite, but I do have somebody else that I can gift the other one to that I think will actually really enjoy it. And, you know, overall, it's just, it's not my nose, it's not my style. So anyway, I wanted to give my thoughts on it regardless. Let me know if you've tried Cashmere Birch. What are your thoughts? And thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. I'll link this down below if you want to go read up some more about it, check out other people's reviews. And yeah, so please subscribe if you are new, and me and my angry squirrel friend over here are gonna go out and do some errands. So I'll see you later. Take care.